You don't know how many buttons there are, but most are for fuel pumps, engine starting, etc. What's this? You chose Hanover because of flying during the day there. Turns out northern Germany is dead dreary to fly over. I found that in the middle of France. The middle of France is just... It's a bit like this. It's just a billiard table. Although it's even more boring than this. At least this has trees and stuff. On your left behind the plane. Yeah, so your fuel pump is there. That's it, fuel boost. Is that what you mean? All of these don't work. These are all like the circuit breakers and stuff. They don't work. None of that works. Right, 68 nautical. You enjoy... You see, I wouldn't... The thing is about Australia is all the interesting stuff is at the coast, isn't it? Like, the moment you go inland in Australia, it's like flying over Mars. Mr. Tootsie, welcome back. Thank you for 38 months. That's interesting. How come Dragon's sub still hasn't come through? But then Tootsie's did. That's weird. Oh yeah, I meant to download that Denology. I meant to get that mod. 1 second. I think it is this one. Tooltip remover. Removes the cockpit tooltips from showing when you mouse over any of the switches and buttons. Giving you an overall more... You see, I cannot understand for the life of me why this is not just an option in the sim. Why is it not just an option? Hang on, I'll give you a link in case you want it. I'll download that now. We'll put that in. If it's going to actually download. There we go. PHP, no tooltips. It's a very small file. Is it literally just a piece of CSS that says, don't display this? That's what it feels like. Wrapped in a JSON file that tells it where that CSS is. It literally is that. That's amazing. That could just easily be an option in the game. It could easily be an option. I can do a hot pot, yeah. Cool. Let's see. To work out where my folder is. Microsoft Flight Sim. I keep forgetting where I've put the folder. There it is. Content. Community. Just literally put that in there. So when we bounce Microsoft Flight Sim, the tooltip should be gone. Update on our progress. What do you mean exactly? Do you mean where we are? We've got a VA, but I'm not flying for the VA at the moment. I'm just trying to make it so that I'm not broke. And then I'm going to fly for the VA when we've done this job. How come the smaller planes like GA, like the Cessna, don't have wipers? What happens if you end up within a rainstorm? You don't want to be flying in a rainstorm in a GA plane. That's for sure. The only time that rain really matters is when you're on the ground. Because when the propeller's spinning, as soon as the propeller's spinning, it blows all the water off the windshield anyway. So, you know, you can imagine once you've started the engine, you don't need any windscreen wipers anymore. The reason they have them on other planes is because they have their engines out on the wing, so they don't have the benefit of getting rid of the rain in front of them until they're actually moving quickly enough. So when you're taxiing around, if you've got engines on the wing, then you don't, you know, it doesn't get blown off the windshield. Yeah, I don't know, Dre. It's been like that a couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, don't worry too much about it. Mr. Mike, thank you, 43. But you can see that Dragon 40th, Dre, I don't think that's ever come through on the panel. I cannot see Dragon 40th sub on the panel, but I can see it in Streamlabs. Yeah, the Golden Pork, the Japan. I don't know if you guys saw the video for that. You can actually have a quick look at it while we're in cruise. See if we can find it. There it is. Copy link. Don't know if you guys saw this or not. Let me just get rid of that. They posted a trailer for the World Update that's coming for Japan, and it does look really nice, actually. I can't even pronounce half of these. Look, Utsunomiya Kichojima. Well, I mean, I presume that's all completely free content. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'd be great. I think, you know, once that comes out, we should do like a group flight around Japan. Tower of Wind. What even is that? Look at Tokyo. What happens when bugs hit the windscreen when you're flying? You just put your hand out and clean it. Yeah, you just open the door, lean outside, give it a quick wipe. What you generally do is when you land, before you take off, you want to clean the windshield. That's what you want to do. Yeah, I'm more worried about birds than bugs here. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Nagasaki Airport. Look at that. That's going to be fun. Oof. Is he going to land then? I think they've done a good job on that. It looks really nice. It's good to know that, you know, it's good to know that they've been busy doing other stuff as well. 44. You know, they've not just been sort of sat around, like they've had scenery teams basically going around doing stuff. Mrs. Squirrel left me with a couple of snacks. Look at this. One of Mrs. Squirrel's. Those lights are too bright, aren't they? You see it? I don't know. Like a little cheesy thing. It's like soft cheese on little cracker bread. Well, the thing is, Benjamin, is a lot of work can be done from home, particularly if it's like IT related. You don't need to be sat in an office to edit a map. Dave, M84, 72 months. Thank you very much, Dave. You can't hold us to ransom to buy the games. You're working from home from Microsoft right now, just 365. A lot of it, you know, it does depend on your job. If your job means you have to be there, then you're not so lucky, right? Like if you're a train driver, you have to go to work. You can't drive trains from home. But I think in the UK, a lot of jobs are service-based because we are a heavily service-based country now. And that means they can be done remotely. Like loads of companies I've phoned up for stuff, like, you can tell they're all working from home. You can just hear their dog barking in the background and stuff. Most government jobs can't be done from home. Depends what you mean. Like clerical stuff can. If you're a cleaner, your job means you have to go somewhere and clean it. You know? If you're into road maintenance, you have to go and do your job. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. It's a physically location-based job. But if a lot of your job is just sat at a computer, arguably you can do it remotely. Taking a course, excuse me. He's taking a course that's now online due to quarantine. The lecturer constantly had his kid interrupt the lesson. That's probably unavoidable, but is borderline unprofessional. Like, if he's going to do a lecture, he really needs to get some child support there from somewhere, but if he can't, right? The thing is, modern, yeah, I mean, you can be more productive working from home, but equally you can be less productive. And the longer it goes on, the more kind of disconnects you get from your co-workers. Which is a bit of a shame. You know, you just miss the whole social thing. Your company saw an efficiency increase. Wow. Well, that's probably people working harder to not lose their jobs as well. You can't stand your co-workers, so it's a win-win. Lol. Shogun, welcome back. Oh, yeah, do you think offices will close down? I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be, you know, companies like Regis who rent out office space. I wouldn't want to be into office rental right now. The future is not good. Dave, do you really need to be in an office for a meeting about the meeting that's going to happen about the new thing they want to bring in? So many meetings are just entirely a waste of everybody's time. And it tends to happen in bigger corporations. Anywhere where there's, you know, directors, they will generally make sure that companies don't have wasted meetings, but for some reason, when it gets to the size of a corporation, everybody just loves wasting time. No, they do. They fill their day with meetings, and meeting organizers don't organize properly, don't communicate what the agenda's going to be, and more importantly, they don't control the meeting. Like, they don't make sure that it stays on track with the agenda. And so you just get people updating 10 other people about the kid for 5 minutes, which is like 5 minutes times 10 people. It's a lot of time just got wasted. And then people drift off and start messing about on the laptop. Nobody's listening. What was the point? Lord Helbo, thank you for 37 months. Yeah, you do. No, you do. You get press ganged into meetings, and then you get told off for not attending them, even though they're a total waste of time. It's absolutely frustrating. Oh, there's a SAM site here. Might get locked on in a minute. Apparently, Elon Musk is really hard to get a meeting with because he generally works 18 hours a day. His calendar is always completely full, and his meetings are scheduled in 5-minute chunks. How insane is that? What does a check ride achieve in on Earth? A check ride allows you to actually fly that type of plane. So before I could fly before I could fly this caravan in on air, it made me do a check ride in turboprop land-based planes, and it basically asks you to take off, fly around, do some stuff, climb, descend, turn, and then come back. It's more or less that. I don't know, Dan LG, is that a single engine plane? Single engine prop. Benna, thank you for gifting a sub to Denalgi. Welcome back to Moralati. I can't say your name. Moralati, thank you for subbing. Elon's a crazy machine for efficiency. Dude, that guy. Say what you like about Elon, but he's changing the world. You can't take that away from him. He's a guy with very big vision. Like, he's just... I find him quite amusing because he just doesn't listen to people who say you can't do that. He'd be like, yeah, I want to go to Mars, or I want to start an electric car company. He's like, you can't do that. Yeah, watch me. He's literally, hold my beer. You can't do that, hold my beer. And he'll go and do it. Yeah, he started PayPal because he had that vision, right? Now, PayPal is obvious. Everybody's like, PayPal? I would have thought of that. No, you wouldn't. Well, Sean Duffy, you know, I think to get to a position like that, you have to be very thick-skinned, don't you? To be able to, you know, to build yourself up to that level of wealth in such a short space of time, you're not going to be the nicest guy on the planet. You've got to be fairly ruthless and efficient and hardworking. Well, I think Jeff is even worse than Elon. Apparently the Amazon culture is pretty ruthless. Right, we need to try and find an airfield. Hopefully it'll be obvious. It's quite a massive highway. It's getting bumpy. Jeff Bezos' wife is the one to envy, did nothing wrong and got half the loot for divorcing him. Yep. But then she had to live with him. Who knows what that's like? I mean, she had to wake up next to him every day. How much money would that take for you to do that? Cup of tea? Well, she got lucky. She married the right guy. Or maybe she didn't get lucky. Maybe she knew he was going to be pretty well off. I don't know the backstory. You put up with a lot to get as much money as she ended up with. She ended up with a lot of money. Like, set up for life kind of money. So 1432. I think we're going to be landing on 14 looking at this. Start slowing down. Now we need to find the place to land. Benna, thank you for gifting a sub. A Lentil Stew Dragon, thank you for 39 months. Right. Let's get flaps down so we can slow right down and fly over this thing. Money becomes pointless after 100 mil in your opinion. Listen, I would be happy to be in that problem. I'll let you know, Burkett. I'll let you know when I get to 59 million if it's still a problem. Can anybody see anything that looks like an airfield? You always compare yourself to the guy that's even richer. I guess. So we should be more or less coming up right over it. Okay, literally don't see this. Oh, is that it? There you go. That's it. Next to that little building. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. That should more or less put us on the downwind leg, I think. You still don't see it? Dude, it was... In fact, I'm gonna get all the flaps in right now. Gonna get that under control before we even start turning. Right, it was about 500 feet AGL, I seem to remember, so We'll do a descending turn and see if we can find it again. It's going to be pretty hard to spot. Oh, I see it. I see it. The...
Wind 210 at 8 knots.
Going to be landing with a slight crosswind on a very short field. Actually, I thought it was quite long, this thing.
100.
This is 28 Indigo November.
500.
India November, sorry, is the number 28IN. And it looks like there's a tree on the left side of the approach. Pretty certain that tree shouldn't be there.
Landing time logged. Landed at 28 India November, Marchino Field.
Oh, it made it. Hey. I'm not sure where we park, but we'll take it. We're dropping off 11 executives. We just got to go and get all their iPads and magazines now. Super Sky Snake, thank you for 40 months. I think that'll do that.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
Where's the VIP lounge? Good question. Right, let's go and see what on earth thinks of that. Cool. So it's showing the 11 executives as delivered, which is what we want. Now I just need a plan for the return journey. Looks like your field, you drop off 11 kilograms of the white stuff. What, you mean like bread flour and stuff so they can make some bread? 40 jokes times flies when you're having fun. Thank you. You pressed the follow button back in 2012, bro. Yeah, we just need to go and get some yeast for them as well so they can make some loaves. Right, we're here and we need to get... Well, I've got two choices. We either go all the way out to KMPJ, which is that one, and get all that cargo, which is the biggest journey. I suppose we could do that first, couldn't we? That's 336 nautical to go and grab that. And then the next one will be here and grab this stuff on the way through. That's the way we do it. Oggy, how you doing, sir? We all know that self-raising has been difficult to find during lockdown. Market value of flour these days is ridiculous. I made a homemade loaf yesterday. Nice, one of those granary type ones. It's nearly gone. Like, it's just gone in 24 hours. Everybody just eats it. Mr. Chippy, it is indeed Saturday again. Vegas Flyer, welcome back. Are we testing on or have we moved? Have we moved though? Evaluating. We've got to do the whole VA thing. Penoxy. The FSE is still very much running. There's no reason we can't run both, but I'm just evaluating this one at the moment. Right, I'm going to fly back to KMPJ and get that done, I think, because that's the long one. So we can combine that and that, I think. I reckon. Because if we go to KTUU and pick that up, by the time we've gone here, we'll have burnt a bit of fuel off. So we should be able to grab that as well. But this one we need to do on its own, I think. So we'll fly to KMPJ, I think. The only problem is, ForeFlight doesn't know this airfield, so it's hard to get a plan out of here down to KMPJ. I wonder if there's any jobs we can take out of here to KMPJ. Probably not, but might be worth a look. Let's try that. Ah, nothing going direct. Oh well. I guess if we could find a job that goes, let's have a look at the heading. We want a job that heads roughly southwest. If we can get paid to take something near KMPJ, then at least we get paid for most of the journey, right? How much is the premium version of Microsoft Flight Sim again? I think it was like $120. All this stuff is just going like the wrong direction. That one's like a really, really short hop. Why is that purple? Expires in 2 hours. 1H6. Dang it. There's just nothing. What's the box thing with the red and white switches on it behind the yoke? Oh, you mean... Oh, right, sorry. My radio panel. If you could filter the jobs by heading to make it easier to find the right job directions. I don't think you can filter by heading, which is why I was sorting by heading. But there's nothing going in that... Like, this goes in the general direction. But I think KMPJ's down here somewhere. So it's kind of off. But we could do it. 1H6. Let's have a quick 1H6 to KMPJ. PJ, I think it was. Nah, it doesn't know about 1H6, I don't think. Let's try Sky Vector. Okay, I've obviously got the wrong code. KMPJ. No, that is right. Wait a minute, so they're quite far apart. Dang it, so many things don't know about this airfield. I think we're going to have to fly it, yeah, 400 miles away. It's just too far. And then you've got this one which goes directly south, but it flies south 381 miles, so again, that's too far. And then it's all multi-drops, which is no good. Yep, no FBO here. So we've got a range of about 341 miles. And miles, and we want to go to here. That's 336. Oh my God. That's a long way. I think we're going to have to fly to KTU. This is going to be a problem, actually. This is going to be a problem. Yeah, well, if we did that, we'd actually get penalized for not having enough fuel on landing. So the issue here is that when we fly to 28 IM, we can't refuel. So we can't necessarily have enough fuel to get back here. If I fly to back to KTUU now, we can refuel, and then, but somehow we need to make sure we've got enough fuel to get there, pick that up, get there, and then fly back. That's a lot of fuel. You can set up a shorter flight in on-air to an FPO and then continue. That's true. And I think we'd have to do that. So the question is, there's a thing where you can find FBOs nearby, isn't there? Is it this one? Refuel at Kennel on the way. We could fly straight to Kennel, pick up fuel and carry on, and just not load that. Because if we load it, we won't be able to bring that back as well. $28. So that's the nearest one. KLWV. We could just go there and grab fuel. Because they sell Jet A. You hardly ever get to your destination without a stop somewhere. That's how you get yourself in trouble if you're not careful, isn't it? Just land somewhere and you can't refuel and you sit there going, great.
Welcome back.
Let's go here. Let's go to KLWV. Let's load up and go to KLWV. Okay. It's going to be a very short trip, this one. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is if you're on Thunder server, there's no AI pilots to pick you up. Therein lies the problem.
TOS system test. Okay.
There we go. It's actually got VOR. Actually have a look. KLWV weather 180 at 4 knots. And they have a 18 runway. Cool. We're just going for a left base into 18, I think. Just go visual. That'll do. Fuel rats, yep. That's what we need on you need fuel rats. Because people always
Your
run out of
flight
fuel.
will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Okay. So we have to taxi down there. We have a very slight wind. I didn't load any cargo, lol, Bob. We're just going to maneuver over here and load up some fuel. But when we're here, we're going to have a look if there's any more jobs out of there, because it's a bigger airfield. It may well have some jobs go into our destination, so we'll see. We've got the executives here, though, so they can be happy. We just got to go and get the Game Boys and magazines. You're still on FSX? That's okay. Have you not thought about getting the Xbox Gamer Pass? Oh boy. It's alright, we're quite light. No cargo and stuff, but yeah. If you don't get this takeoff right, you're going straight into those buildings. Funny. Right, takeoff flaps, prop. Mixture set, everything's forward. We're going to do a climbing right turn. Okay, we've got airspeed. We're back. Okay, I'm just setting things up here. That was pretty weird. Not gonna lie, that was weird.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
There we go. So basically, right, I took off, I looked over to the right and the game crashed, right? But OBS just carries on as if there's no problem. So I'm sat here just talking to myself, thinking you guys can hear me, not knowing that the stream's actually dead because OBS reports that it's streaming just fine. It doesn't report there's any problem at all. It just, yep, we're good here. We're all good. We're still live. Bitrate's fine, Squirrel. That's what OBS shows. I had no clue it was offline. Anyway, I was saying that we should be able to continue the flight. Although I have forgotten where the heck we was heading. KW something. Was that it? KLVW. KLWV, I think. 28IN. Actually, we'll just take off. We'll just go there. Spawn live. See, traffic's off, group's off, everything else is off. November 28, what is it? 2528 Bravo. 2528 Bravo. Livery set. Good. Good. Let's go. We knew you'd crashed into the trees and ended the stream. What? Hang on. What did you see up to? Because for me, what happened was I took off, I cleared all the trees, I started to turn, I looked to the right, and then it crashed. That's what I saw. It crashed on wheels up. That is so bizarre. That's interesting. So that crashed a long time before it told me. As a newcomer to the channel, I found it strangely therapeutic watching your ETS2 VODs, Fuzzy Duck. Thank you, sir. You can click on a position aircraft, then it only slew it into the air. At the moment, it thinks I'm taxiing, look. Yeah, take two. Was it KLWV or something? $11 nautical, that'll do. Flight plan activated. 3,000 feet. So we'll go 3.5. Keep it nice and low. Nav mode, V speed mode. Actually, no, we'll go FLC. 100. Wait, was it actually put us? Oh, here we are. Next time you do a multiple flight, how about landing first and then filming all the other landings from the drone? Looks awesome. I'd love to do that, but what tends to happen is people get there before me because they fly ahead in faster planes and stuff. So it tends not to happen. Besides, it's kind of fun seeing 747s just bounce off the ground. Right, mixture. Wait. No, yeah, that's fine. I just need to get the engine running, then taxi, and then click continue. I think that'll be fine. (747) group flight. Can you actually imagine? Actually, I've not even looked for a route for tomorrow yet. Okay, if I click continue.
Your flight is resumed in on air.
There we go.
Landing time logged. Landed at 28 India November,
What?
Martino Field.
What do you mean landed? What do you mean landed? Landed without flaps? Wait, what? No, I've not. I literally did not land. What the heck? Landing time logged? What's going on? Your flight is resumed. I've got a feeling this thing's just gonna, like, completely rip me off on reputation. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. I really don't know what it just did. Probably because you had it in the air. But yeah, but it said on here, it said taxi. It literally said taxi. Any mods? Not for the aircraft. Right, let's try that again. Right, you guys never saw the takeoff because it crashed. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Right, landing lights, nav strobes. Prop fully forward. Aircon on. Everything's set up, barrel set. Let's try again. Trim is set for takeoff. Power set.
Airborne again.
Airborne again, yeah. Ain't that the truth? So what I did was I looked to the right and then it crashed. That's what happened. So we've made it past that bit. Looking good. Right, flaps are up. Good morning, Ferret. Sneaking into alert while hauling furniture around. Oh, God. Sounds like a busy day. That grass strip is so difficult to find. Wraith Dagger, thanks for 17 months, sir. What plane is this? Cessna 208 Caravan. Is what it is. Right. Let's see if we can encourage the autopilot now. Oh my god, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you even do that? Alright, let's try the V-speed approach. Actually, let's put it into altitude hold mode. If we put it into altitude hold first, let it position itself, get the airspeed, and then we'll tell it to climb. Because if it puts me into a stall, I lose a lot of repping on her, and it's really annoying. The stream's uploaded to YouTube frequently. They should already be there. They generally go up there about 24 hours later. Right, so it's a very short repositioning flight to get some more fuel. It looks like there should be like a massive river flowing through here, but I don't know. It kind of looks like it might have got that wrong. Like it kind of knows there should be a river, but it didn't bother to draw the river. Right, there's the airfield. Try landing on it? Yeah, okay. You're not sure if you're doing something dumb or if your autopilot keeps bugging out. It could be either right now. That's the problem. Oh, the Microsoft Flight Sim bridge broke as well when it disconnected. To restart that. Generally speaking, Ferret, if it does that, if you get a full whoosh like that, generally speaking, that's the bug. And then the only way around that is to restart your sim. I have seen that. It doesn't happen a lot, but I have seen it. Roller coaster mode, more like suicide mode. If it happens often, that points to something else, though. Like, I see that problem infrequently. It's a bit bumpy today, even though the wind's not that high. Yeah, the autopilot quite often puts you into a stall. That is very annoying. Particularly if you're running on Which plane are you doing this in, Ferret, as well? That's the other thing, is it could just be the fact that it's doing a hard bank rather than a normal banking roll. Because in the Caravan and the TBM, there's a half bank roll mode, which greatly helps. In the Caravan, so turn this on here, which causes it to turn at half the rate. That can help. The other thing is, instead of using nav mode initially, just put it into heading mode. Click on the heading bug like that, so the blue's forward. Then when you click heading mode, it'll have a straight line to follow. And then kind of coax it round towards the nav line. You have to kind of hold its hand a little bit, essentially.
Weed 200 at 7 knots.
I've been here before, I think. They need to change these approach lights so they're not, like, all of them are not on. It's a bit weird. If heading mode did it as well, then that's definitely a bug.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Lima Whiskey Victor, Lawrence Seville Vincennes International.
Alright, let's get over to that fuel truck. And see what jobs they've got.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Crusader, thank you very much for 13 months. We'll do that, I think.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
Okay. Yeah, I think, like I say though, Ferret, I don't see that bugged as often as you seem to be seeing it, so it kind of makes me wonder. So we want to go to KMPJ, Petite Jean Park is where we're going. Old Rumsey, thank you for 10 months. KMPJ. Now the question is, can we get any jobs from where we are now?
Happy anniversary,
Wait.
Nata.
Oh. That's weird. It's not showing our position. Why can't it show? I don't understand the interface. Why can't it show where I am right now? When I go to search for jobs, just show me where I am. Like, you have to put the IKO code in, even though, like, it should just default to where you are. You can search for jobs to a specific destination. I know. I just find the interface very odd. So, to find out where we are, you have to go to live operations map, but then it hides the airport code that you're in and doesn't show it anywhere on the screen, but it is here. There it is. KLWV. But it doesn't show it here, right? So then you go to find a job. So find job. And it doesn't default to the position of your character, which is what you want. So KLWV. So then you go from specific airport, K... something PJ. Was it MPJ? That was it. KMPJ. So nothing going to KMPJ apparently.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I need to restart that bridge thing.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
You're guessing that's 4 flight on the iPod. I did myself put out the app. So this is this, and then this was... Where's my... Where's the air server gone? There we go. So that's what 4 flight is showing me. But you have to run that bridge to connect the sim to the 4 flight on your tablet. But this is what on air shows you. But I was trying to find something that goes direct from KLWV to KMPJ, which is where we are, but there is nothing that goes direct. But maybe we can get something en route to try and pay for this long journey, because we're going to have to refuel anyway. Shortcuts, aircraft search. Shortcuts, aircraft search. Find jobs at current airport. Ah, that's a good one. Thank you. Shortcuts, aircraft. Right, okay. From to... So maybe we can get something that goes in that direction. So we want a job... That's 335 nautical miles. So if we go for something along those lines, and then search by heading... I wish you could put a filter in here to... You see how some of these jobs have more than one leg in them? I only want to look at single leg jobs, but I can't filter it. So you want a heading of approximately... Maybe that. That's going a distance of 337, which is almost the same. KRUE. That sounds very, very close to me. Oh my God, look at that. That's insane. Click the L. Why would... Oh, you mean sort? Yeah, but that's going to sort by legs. That's I want to sort by heading. I want to filter by leg, not sort by it. The multi-leg jobs and the ones with the start time restriction are so useless. Yeah. We can take this. That's 1,400 cargo. We can take that. That way we at least get paid for that leg of the journey. That's really good. Let's grab that. Sits less than a foot from the screen. Can hardly read the on-air page on your screen. Wait, what resolution are you watching in? ED, go to the optician, mate.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Ants 460, welcome back. Black Beast, thank you for 35. Slow-mo Martin, welcome back. Right, so we go pending jobs. Take this one, KLWV to crew. Flight. So we'll take that load and enough fuel to get there. That's 500 nautical. We can definitely buy fuel when we get there as well. That's more than enough fuel to get to crew. You need to make an appointment. You're like, oh yeah, I'll get a bigger screen. You could do that as well. It's 540 nautical range. Beard scratch air smell. How's that? Okay, down to crew. That's good, because at least we're getting paid for that leg of the journey, which is great. Did you see that the route that I recommended, Larry? I've not looked at all, sir. Where did you post it? In Flight Sim? I'll have to have a look in the morning, I think. To be fair, on a 27-inch monitor at 1080, it's still a bit small due to it being your full sim area above your overlay. Fair enough. Maybe I should make the font bigger. In suggestions. Okay, I shall have a look. Which country is it in, Larry? Ireland. Bro, I don't think that link works for me. You wonder how many PPL holders would take on cargo carrier jobs for each leg of the trip to cover the fuel costs? They're not allowed to. PPL are not allowed to make any profit out of a flight. That's not to say somebody can't pay their fuel. That's not a profit. That's a technicality. The letter of the law says that a private pilot cannot make a flight for profit.